Coach, you talk about a lot about the year two jump for a lot of these guys in the league. And I'm wondering if that can be applied, though, to a veteran guy who's maybe in a new system.
I don't know. I've never looked at it that way. I don't know that I would ever see it that way.
Okay.
Usually, you're talking about a guy we signed as a free agent?
Yeah. Tony Jones. That is what I'm trying to get. I'm wondering, new system, first full season in this system now. I mean, is there a jump that he can make or look more comfortable?
No, I think he made it when he stepped on the field for us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, he's been very good for us.
Can you also talk about just, I guess, the middle linebacker position in this league? Like, how important is it, or why is it so important? Just the way, I guess, the plays naturally would flow to that position. How important is it to have a good middle linebacker?
Yeah, it's changed a lot since my day, but I mean some of the things you need to do in terms of communication and I mean you're in the center of it, right? So you got an opportunity to get to a lot of plays. Tony gets to a lot of plays. Kyrie gets to a lot of plays just because they're wired to run. They don't have that pause between a play happening, going away from them, and them thinking about what's the next. They have this innate ability to move immediately towards the ball. So they cover a lot of ground. They cover it quickly, and they're both, really good playmakers. So they have that. I mean, there's always more you can do at that spot, but you get to the point where you develop into a communicator that's working the front end and listening to the back end and listen to your safeties and going from there.
You said many times how it's not all about sacks necessarily. There's pressures. There's lots of other ways guys can impact the game, at least the front there. Curious, though, what needs to happen? I'm sure you wouldn't be mad if there were more sacks, though, for your group this season. I'm wondering what needs to happen in order for you guys to maybe get home a little bit more and actually get the quarterback on the ground.
I think you're going to be surprised. I've never talked about sacks. I would be more pleased if every time they got near the quarterback they took the ball away, because the sack that's high school. Mm-hmm. Taking the ball away is pro, right? So just get the ball back, by whatever means necessary. And a lot of times getting close to the quarterback and forcing an errant throw or having him pull the ball down, run around, scramble, tackle, whether he crosses the line of scrimmage or not, it's not a sack because he's 6 inches over or 6 inches back. It's a sack. Who cares? If they're punting, if we're getting the ball back, if they're taking the ball away when the quarterback's standing in the pocket, that's way more important than anything like that.
Can I ask your impression of Joey Corcoran through the first couple months?
Yeah, gritty. And a smart football player, takes the instruction, puts it to work as quickly as he can, and that's usually pretty quick. So, he's been good. That grit has allowed him to get on the roster and allowed Mike Miller to put him on special teams, and he's certainly, from day one of training camp till now, or even before that, you could see that he was going to work to display that kind of toughness.
He said, whether I'm catching the ball or putting a guy on their butt, and once he said the word butt, I thought, oh, that's a Winnipeg Blue Bombers football player. Are those are the kind of guys that would appeal to you in a draft situation?
Yeah. I mean, you certainly like a certain style and guys that are able to do it, right? So, but you can, once again, you can try to have that style if you can't actually execute it, if you can't actually, block a guy and lock a guy down or wheel around on special teams or make the good decisions, and, and wanting to be tough ain't going to cut it. And he's a guy who seems to be able to, once again, he understands what we want and he tries to deliver that and execute that very quickly.
Could you imagine his role expanding in this game on Friday?
Oh, sounds like a game plan question.
But you see how I tried to phrase it so you might answer it?
Yeah.
Failed. All right. Did Stanley Bryant practice today, would you tell us?
No, he didn't practice today.
Does that say anything for Friday?
Never does. Stanley doesn't need any more practice.
Mike, what have you seen from the last few days from your team as a response after coming off the bye?
Yeah, I think I wasn't with them during the bye, but I imagine they were disappointed post-game. I imagine they flushed it as quickly as they could. They were happy to be back. They put some work in. I think that disappointment has turned into the realization that they can play better, and they're determined to do that.
When the team gets back on Sunday, I guess, do you have things that you're looking for that would be kind of alarm bells or red flags sort of thing from the response?
Yeah, not really anymore from this group. I know we have some new players, but we've just got such a large core of leaders that I would say I don't worry about those things really anymore. You might notice some things, but I'm not, oh my gosh, if this shows up, right? You just understand that we've got a core group of guys that'll have everybody in the right frame of mind.
Just talked to Kevin Sklarcius. He had the 10 catches last game, but he doesn't even be thinking about that. The guy really has a kind of a big picture take on everything.
Yeah, it goes back to the conversation in the draft when he's not going to get much work at school, and he could transfer because that's the rules, and he chooses to stick it out and play with his guys. He's the same. That falls into that same fabric that makes him who he is and makes him a great guy to have on the team.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.